Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ivy Knows Best. It's me, your host, Eric Ivy. I'm here with my libation, of course. Little brown cheers to you all, along with the infamous Dime. I love Diamond. And the infamous Jess F. Cam with us as always. Ladies, what's going on?
Hey, hey, what's up?
Hey,
Let's
How
pop it.
y'all feeling today?
Great on this fine
great.
day.
Everybody's back from vacation finally, right? It took some time off. We had to kind of lay back a little bit, do our thing. And we're back now. But here's the crazy part. I do want to say this. Thank you all very much for subscribing. We have 1,000 plus subscribers. So cheers to you all. Thank you very much. All of you rocking with us, man. As always, do turn on those post notifications, like and subscribe, comment, do your whole thing, right? And cheers to you, as
Cheers.
always. Now,
Got
with
some
that being
kombucha,
said,
but cheers.
I do want to say thank y'all once again, yeah, for sure for rocking with us, man. Without y'all, there's no us, right? So now that we're here, let us go ahead and help you out a little bit, right? What's going to help you out? He says a little tambourine hand, help you out, right?
Tambourine hand.
That's the new thing we're doing over here, the little tambourine hand. We're gonna help you out a little bit. All right. So we were having a conversation pre-show, obviously, like we always do. We do our thing, right? And we're talking about heartbreak. Obviously, I've gone through my share of it, and I've been sure, no qualms about it, divorce and all that cool stuff. And and going through that and having obviously going through breakups in life and things like that, I realized that there's a healing that needs to happen when it comes down to heartbreak, right? We've all had our heart broken at least one time or another, whether it be very recent, past, whatever it is, we've been through it, right? So the question is, and actually came from one of our listeners. They asked, how do you deal with heartbreak? They said, Mr. Ive, you have quite a bit of opinions when it comes down to everything else, but you never talk about how to deal with heartbreak. And I said, well, you're fucking right. I do have quite a bit of opinions, and you're fucking right. We're going to talk about how to deal with heartbreak today. Okay. So let's go ahead and gear that thing up, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, uh, let's ask my co-host first. How do you guys deal with heartbreak? Let's start with Dime. Dime, how do you deal with heartbreak?
Um, in my earlier um years, I guess I would deal with it by just ignoring it, you know, acting like it don't exist. Just continue to move forward, uh, kick it, hang out with my friends, maybe get a little rebound person to talk to, entertain me for a little bit. That's always good. But now as I've gotten older and heartbreak look a little bit different because now, everybody isn't being let in. So one, I'm not getting heartbroken as easily. I'm more sure of myself. I know myself a little bit more. I'm more secure. Um, so now I guess how I handle it, I just go internal. Like I focus on myself. I figure out how I can make myself better. Um, I work out. I be trying to get real skinny to get over heartbreak.
You mean healthy? Healthy is the word. Because
Skinny,
skinny is not always health, but
I
it
be
might
getting
it might be
skinny
what's
because
best
when
for
I be
you.
happy and in a relationship and stuff, I be getting a little, on that happy weight that they end up with
No, for real.
that on. So then when I after the heartbreak or whatever the case may be, I be like, I just totally tap into myself. Like, all right, we about to get healthy. We about to run this bag up. We about to I just go full focus, like focus on self, focus on self. I
Okay,
do that.
okay. All
Back in
right,
the
Jessica.
day, rebound and kick it.
Okay, so rebound, kick it, focus on self, get healthy, do your thing,
Do
run
your
the
thing.
bag up. All right, cool. Makes sense. Jessica, how about you?
I'm back in the day, Dime. I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm finding me a new nigga to kick it with for the time being. Cause yeah, and if you're that new nigga, I'm sorry, because we're not gonna last. I'm just using
Damn.
you.
Well,
But you know what? I had a rebound that lasted longer than what I thought he was gonna last.
mm,
It was a good.
Sometimes it be like that. But like the first
Mhm.
couple weeks for sure ain't shit for real because I'm in my feelings and I'm still crying over my ex. Well, now, no. Back then, yeah. Like when I had my first heartbreak, which is my only heartbreak, because I'm never letting a nigga do like that ever again. Eric knows, nigga. I was on Thanksgiving boo-hooing,
Ooh,
yes,
Christmas boo-hooing. Like
yes, she
anybody
was.
ask me a question, I'm
word.
not okay.
Yeah, she was downstairs. Let me tell you what happened, right? Shit was weird. So hold on. Just a little backstory. So she's in there talking to me about it. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Leave that nigga alone. Focus on it. Then she was like, she starts crying. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not emotionally equipped to help
Mm-hmm.
people with their issues. I'm a good listener, but to really help you with your issues,
Mm-hmm.
probably not me. So what I ended up doing was I was like, oh, when did this shit start? When did we start doing this? Right. So I'm over paddling. Niggas gonna be good. Go get your call. Go ahead. Call our older sister. Go ahead. Go. So she goes in the room. She calls the
Bro,
older
he
sister. They
did the
talk.
most awkwardest side hug shit ever. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck am I
Not
supposed to do
calling
with
your
that?
ass ever again. No, thank you.
No, you should. I mean, I can help you verbally, but like when you start crying, for me, it becomes weird. I don't
You
know
don't
what to
know how
do.
to deal with people when they cry. You're like,
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, what's
okay.
that? Like when I start crying, nigga, I even do it to myself. Nigga, what's wrong with you? What you crying for? Like,
No, for real. Like, what the fuck is you doing?
like stop. So that it wasn't funny. I'm glad she got over it. I'm glad to see she's in a healthier spot because definitely I mean, I watched Jessica legitimately drop a ton of weight, get in her bag, get focused, and get onto something new. So she's doing amazing. You know what I mean? So shout out to her for that. But for sure, with myself, me personally, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. Okay. And I don't know if y'all really gonna give a fuck about what I gotta say, but I don't care because the Brown has made me encouraged today. Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. So the Brown has legitimately told me to tell all of you, all right, that
We're listening.
I don't deal with heartbreak at all. Actually, I carry it with me. I've never, and I'm honest, right? What ends up happening is with me personally, I end up, I don't deal with heartbreak a lot, right? I really don't. I'm really too busy for my own good, really. So I look at life like this, all right? I look at life as a series of dots, right? Not even life, just a situation, a series of dots. There's these two dots that are together when you're in a relationship, right? You guys are together, you do everything together, right? These two dots, you're interchanged, right? And then when you break up, it becomes broken, like two little broken pieces, one over here and one over here, right?
Mm.
And before you can get back to having one of these situations, you need to heal this situation, right? So that's the next step. And then you can get into something different. So me personally, what I do with my heartbreak is I just throw that bitch out the window because it is what it is. All right, you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. It is, but like I'm not gonna say I'm not hurt by it, but I don't think I go through the healing process like everybody else does. I think I go through it a lot quicker because I go, okay, nigga, I can't, I'm not gonna stay here in this
Yeah,
in
you
this
have
spot.
to make a choice.
Yeah, you got to move forward. So like the main thing I like to do is I like to push myself completely forward through all of it. And I don't do it fast neither. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like I just kind of take my time. So currently right now I'm just taking my time. I don't have a timeline. So if you have a timeline and you go, okay, within a year I want to be over this person, you'll never get over that person. Not the
Right.
correct way. So like I also don't subscribe to the idea of get somebody else to entertain you. Because truth be told, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break that toy too. You ever had a kid that got a bad temper that just breaks stuff, right?
Mm.
You ever seen that before? And
Break
would you
my
walk?
foot off
Would you
in the
get it?
head.
Yeah, would you get that kid another toy like just to break again, just because he stopped being crazy for like 10 seconds? No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, all right, look, you won't get no toys. Go sit in timeout for a little bit, and it's just gonna be you. And that's kind of where I am personally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might do the things that I do, but I won't entertain somebody for a long period of time unless it's really serious. That's just not gonna be me, right? So dealing with heartbreak tends to make me understand things a little bit differently. Now I do say I found this out because I took a little class recently, and in this co-parenting class, they were saying, hey, you gotta learn how to co-parent with the the mother of your children or the father of your children, right? But when they decide to get into another relationship, how do you co-parent? How do you co-parent? That's the next question. You know what I'm saying? Because if you co-parent the same way with everybody, or I'm sorry, if you co-parent with her the same way you get over shit, you'll never co-parent effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just go from one situation to another, you ain't fix nothing, right? You just really going to be adding more broken pieces to something that's already messed up. So the best thing for you to do is for you to help that person, you need to help yourself first. So for anybody who's going through heartbreak or separation or breakup, heal yourself first. Take care of you. Whatever your healing, if your healing process is a week, that's your process. If your healing process is a day, that's your process. If your healing process is 2 years, 3 years, that's your process. But don't jump into a situation, right, where you're broken and then get with somebody else and they broken too. because you're not gonna help them. You're just gonna break them even worse. You just become that kid who's thrown that temper tantrum and broke that toy, and I just put another toy in your hand. That's all I've done. So make sure you take care of yourself first. You know what I mean?
I
So,
agree with that.
and that was just the brown talk. No, other than that. Now, after heartbreak is the next phase, right? Obviously, because heartbreak is not just one phase, it's not just getting over it. It's what do you do next, right? What do you do next then, Dime? After you've gotten the bag, you focused on yourself, what do you start looking at?
It honestly depends. It depends on where I'm at in my life. I think reevaluating um where I want to go and like where I see myself, because a lot of times, like when you in a relationship or something, like you plan this life with this person and y'all have made all these plans together and y'all have mapped out how this is going to look and how you're going to do this and just all these things that y'all have done together. So once, I guess you've kind of healed, then you got to figure out, okay, like what do I want my life to look like outside of it being connected to another person? Like, what do I want my life to look like? What do I see myself doing on a daily? Like, what's my lifestyle? What type of friends do I have? Like, what am I doing for fun? What am I doing to, improve my mental health? What am I doing to, like, all those things kind of get jumbled up in my brain. I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next? And a lot of times that's like the best part. That's the best time. Like, that's the time when you really get to just learn yourself and do you. Like, you don't have to subscribe to anybody else. You don't have to submit to nobody else. Like, honestly, that is probably one of the best feelings. Like, after you get over after you get over the pain of the heartbreak and you started to pour back into yourself and you just that free feeling, like, oh, I ain't gotta check in with nobody. I ain't gotta ask nobody nothing. I can literally do me.
I think my favorite part about that phase is you ain't gotta lie no more.
You ain't gotta lie.
You ain't gotta lie no more. Like we
could
all be
shit.
And not even lying about like cheating or anything, just lying just to make the other person feel better. Like,
right.
Yeah, you don't gotta lie. Like you don't gotta lie anymore. You just like, now, hey, look, I'm getting up. I'm gonna go do this, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Should be a good ass feeling. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and I don't know. I think I've been more in my adult year. No, I don't know. Being single it ain't bad. It's not bad at all.
No, being single ain't bad. I say this all the time. To be honest with you, I don't think that being single is horrible when you're doing it the correct way. I think it becomes horrible when you start like doing everything too fast. Like when you're just doing too much. Like I say this all the time, ladies, and I don't care. And Jessica said it, when I watched my sister go through her breakup, the first go around, I realized something. I don't believe in that. The best way to get over a nigga is to get under another one or on top of another, word the fuck you want to do. I don't believe in any of that. I think that's a goddamn lie, because I don't care how many times you get on top of another nigga or get up under a nigga. The only thing you're going to be thinking about is how to get over that other nigga in the first place.
Nah, because
but think about it. Your reasons for doing it is still circled around that nigga.
So, but guess what? I already got out of that phase and I'm focused on something else now.
Right.
I'm
gonna tell you I'm gonna give you a quick little story time. My little story about that. I don't even know if I can consider this a heartbreak, but it was at the time, I guess. So I was in college and I was dating this guy, and we was long distance. I was in Florida, he was in Ohio. But we was, supposed to be together in a relationship, like in a committed relationship. Long story short, he calls me and says, I got somebody pregnant. What the fuck? Devastated.
Right. That shit is crazy.
Devastated. Okay. Devastated. Like, literally, I just remember I had like 3 roommates. I went in one of my roommates' room and I just bust in. I just laid on her bed. It was like, oh, just crying, like, just letting it all out.
Can you imagine?
That's literally what it was. I just bust in and just so dramatic.
Right?
So, bro, but that shit probably hurt your ass.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So I cried, whatever, I cried. Then that day, that evening, I remember I went out and I got so drunk, like I got wasted. Like I remember I was just like, like I just got drunk, like freaking wasted. Then I woke up the next day and I was like, okay, hungover, obviously, but I was okay, but I was still, like in my feelings a little bit about it. But I had to get that initial cry out. So boom, fast forward, maybe like a month or two. So mind you, like we still talking, me and him, we still talking, we still trying to figure out, okay, what do this look like now? Like, what are we doing? Whatever. So we came to the agreement, or I don't know if I said it or if he said it, whatever. We said what we were not going to be together. I think I made that decision. Like, no, I'm not doing this with you, whatever. Long story short, I was all devastated like that first week. And then maybe about a month later, when we decided, like, let's just end it, I was like ready to kick it again. I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. Like,
yeah, but look, the cool part about divorce.
But I say that to say though, is sometimes we be thinking we're more hurt than what we really are.
Yeah.
I thought I was just like, I thought it was just over. Like that first day, I was just like, my brain was going crazy. I was going nuts. And then I was like, this ain't really that bad. And then I met a rebound, and that rebound literally took my mind off of him. Now, granted, if I loved him more than I thought I did, then obviously it probably would be a little harder. But sometimes breakups like show you like I was into that person, but I wasn't like that into him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I thought I was, like I thought I loved him all hard and all deep and wanted to be with him forever. But did I really?
No.
Then because then I felt some real heartbreak and that shit, you don't just move on like that with that shit. Now in those instances, rebounds are not going to help you. They're not going to help you at all.
Like I think like the thing with marriage was like getting divorced was it was hard because it was one of the things like, oh, like man, what is like you go from every day, one person, one situation, and in my situation, kids, all this stuff, everything going on around you, and it's all you have. It's what you built your life around, and then you end up kind of going through a phase where y'all don't like each other, and then now it's public information between the two of you. It's no longer like, okay, I don't want to be with you. I'll keep it to myself. It's like it's out there now, right? So you get past that little point, but when you get past that point and y'all get to that like I hate you vibe, like I don't really need to tell you nothing. I'm not communicating with you. You're not communicating with me. I'm gonna go do my thing. You go do yours. Eventually, you come to what I like to call the acceptance phase, or in my opinion, fuck that bitch phase. Fuck what you doing. Like I don't care what you're doing. I'm not gonna lose sleep over what you're doing. I'm not gonna wake up and wonder what you're doing. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna text you. I'm not doing none of that. If it ain't about the things that we got in common, it don't even need to happen. Right? When you get to that acceptance phase, that to me is when you really start learning a little bit about yourself, because there's no time. I feel like there's no time for each phase. I feel like you'll go back to like a certain point where you'll be like a little depressed, right? Especially when it's like marriage, something serious as marriage, right? But when you realize, okay, cool, that person goes, I didn't love you for XYZ amount of time, I just stuck with you for blah 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 time, and I did this for this reason, then you kind of realize that person comes to an acceptance a little bit quicker than you do because they had already checked out. Right. So now it's your turn to check out. So you're going to go through the same phase that person went through, but you're going to go through it later on in the dissolving of the situation, right? So I think the best thing for me personally, the best thing I did, I'm not trying to get all sentimental, is I stopped giving a flying fuck. I stopped caring. I just quit caring. I didn't care what she did. I didn't care when she was doing it. If it didn't have nothing to do with my kids, I didn't lose no sleep over it. I didn't pick up my phone and do, hey, what we doing tonight? None of that. It was like, hey.
Well, it's because you have to think like you already don't have control over what the other person is doing. So it's like, why am I going to lose my mind over something that's already going to happen? Like, you might as well just sit your ass down, let the shit play out and go with it. Like, not even caring.
And I think the craziest part, right, was going from every day, this one person, right, to the next day, whoever you want it to be.
Yeah, that's wild.
That type of freedom. And I say this to my brothers, ladies, not saying y'all can't do this, because y'all can definitely do this way better than men can do it. But to be completely honest with you, as a man, when I see it, yeah, I got to kill his ass. Kill his ass down. Now, as a man, right? Like, as a man, having the ability to wake up, right, and be like, I'm gonna go on a date with Keisha today. And then tomorrow, me and Susie going on a date. And then me and Marisol going on a date after that.
That's a
And
lot.
Angela. Like you can legit, gentlemen, when you get out of a marriage, okay, after you've gotten your stuff together, the easiest thing for you to do now is spend time with whoever you want. My ordeal is this: spend time bettering yourself first, right? Get really good. And here's how you know when you're really good is when your ex start complimenting you. That's when you know you really in there. Because what ends up happening is your ex is always gonna be watching your moves. There's no way that you could be married or been with somebody for over a year and you don't watch it. You gonna watch each other's moves. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Like unless you block that
Like the
person and
first
scrub them
year.
from your life, like you gonna watch each other.
At
And
least about the
I
first
don't
year.
block you. Like when I break up with you, I leave you. I want you to watch me look good and do wonderful. And I said I'm only gonna get better after you hurt. I'm like a Saiyan, by the way. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z and all that. After a battle, after a bad battle, getting beat damn near to death, I become so much stronger. You can't do nothing to me. You can't do nothing with me after this. I might feel like I'm dying, but my rebound ain't gonna be a female. My rebound ain't gonna be a situation. My rebound is gonna be life. My life is
Yeah.
gonna escalate without you. I'm going to show
Yeah.
how you help, how having you in my life was holding me down and keeping me from elevating the way I'm supposed to, right? The only thing you can do that's ever going to bother me is die. Like if you die, I'm gonna be hurt by it. But like,
Even then, I probably won't even give a fuck.
I'm gonna care. I'm gonna care if you die. I mean, I can't be married to you and be like, damn, you died. I heard about it.
Yeah, in your situation, you got a
Yeah.
whole whatever, but not mine. I don't give a fuck. You heard me.
Yeah,
If you ever see this, I don't give a fuck.
She said what she said.
Well, no, water, please, Jessica. No. this
That's
is
on
Seagram.
number 2. Jamaican me happy.
This is
There you go.
Seagram.
Sponsored by.
Right.
This is Seagram's just talking.
Seagram's
You know?
Jamaican me happy. We need to get a
Seagram's
little
just is doing the
sponsor
same
coin
thing
coming
that
on in.
Hennessy Rick was on just a couple minutes ago. Shout out to
Yeah.
Hennessy Rick. That boy don't got no damn sense.
Oh my God, none.
But he's here.
Oh, have y'all ever had an ex that you not necessarily want back, but you miss that relationship or how that relationship felt? Or like, have y'all ever had that? Because some people like they be like, oh no, that was my ex. That was in past. Like,
Yeah, no, there's a few guys that like, oh, I just missed the conversation or like how free I was able to be with them with no judgment at all. I miss that sometimes.
I do too. Shout out to my first boyfriend.
Hell no. Hold on, Dan.
I'm shouting out my first real boyfriend.
Hold on, Dan. Hold on.
Javani, you was the best boyfriend ever.
No. Hell no. I don't miss none of them hoes. Fuck all y'all. Okay, I don't miss
terrible.
No, like I don't miss them in that. I don't miss them in that
hang on.
sexual way.
No, hang on.
Yeah.
I don't even miss the person I was back then. The reason why I don't even miss the person I was back then is because the person I was that you were able to manipulate and take advantage of, that nigga was weak. I'm not that nigga today. So with that being said, fuck you and fuck me from back then. I don't miss nothing. I don't miss the conversation. I don't miss your perfume. I don't care if you got the world's best perfume. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the shoes you wear. I don't like the designer you wear. I don't like the car you drive. I don't like nothing about you. It's over. Listen, I'm one of these people. Look,
but why things gotta end so hostile?
No, it's not hostile. All I'm saying is
it's a little hostile.
I don't miss it. I don't miss none of that. Miss the relationship. Fuck no. Fuck you.
No, I don't miss the relationship.
I don't miss the feelings.
Let's get that fucking clear.
The feelings, the vibe, the feelings, or nothing. Like, I mean, like when it was good. I ain't talking about when
and not necessarily even miss it, but I do think about sometimes like, okay, yeah, that was a cool time in my life where I had this going on. Like,
then I miss the time in my life. I don't miss the person that was associated with.
Yeah.
But then again, guess what? I'm a firm. All right, now allow me to recollect myself. I don't miss when I was saying all my fucks. I don't miss
there were so many.
I don't miss the situation. I don't miss the relationship. I don't miss none of that. I might miss the time frame or how life was. I might miss that. But that person is really just a byproduct because that could have been anybody. Because if I was a happy person in a happy state and I found the correct person at that time, that person would then be associated with that as opposed to the person who I didn't end up being with. So it just happens to be
Do
what
you
if I don't know.
do you have somebody? Do you have like the one that got away? Like, do you have somebody in your past that is that person? Either one of y'all?
I'm that one for all the niggas I was fucking
I was
with.
gonna say that. I'm always the one that got away.
But no, hell no, I don't miss none of them like that. I can never do it again.
No, I don't got one of those. No, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I say that is because if you the one that got away and I still became as good as I am, thank you for getting away.
I don't know, because I will say if me and Trey break up, he would probably be the one that got away. Because he has helped me become a better me. Like, it's not him doing it for me, but he definitely has helped me. But everybody else, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't do shit for me, but bring me down. So it's a big fuck you. We'll never work out again.
That's true. You know, that's another thing. Never go backwards.
Mm-mm.
When you break up with somebody, I mean, unless it's just like that, like y'all got like something in life that's binding y'all together for life, and y'all can really get past y'all little issues or whatever.
Yeah, going back just be like
so unnecessary. You put yourself in more traumatizing situations going back.
And never try to get them back either, because you look pathetic. Don't do that. Like, and this is what I mean by pathetic. I'm not trying to be. Normally, I'm not this way, and it has nothing to do with the brown. This has something to do with the topic because it's really near and dear to me. Never go back, because when you go back, all right. My thing is this: if your ex is suffering, let them suffer, because they thought life was better without you. You got to let them figure that part out. If you don't let them figure it out, what's going to end up happening is this: you're going to be right back to where they had you, and that's a control mechanism. No, thank you. Cut it off. Let them go. Don't try to get them back. Don't try to get a revenge body. Don't try to get a revenge money. Don't try to get a revenge car. None of that's going to work, because guess what's going to happen? Some dude or female next to you is going to have the next thing better than you even then. And that person, if they were attracted to that's what drew them out. That's going to draw them out again, bro. It's just going to be at a higher level, and you really ain't going to be able to get them back then. Like, so let them go, bro. Let them go.
Cut it.
And don't be kissing them all in the mouth neither.
And fuck them. If all my girls listening, if you would a dude and he break up with you and break your heart, fuck him. Because guess what? In a couple months, maybe even a couple weeks, he'll be calling your ass, trying to get your ass back. And guess what? It's gonna be too fucking late. Always come back. They always come back. If anything, remember that. They always come back.
That is a word.
Unless they like me.
Look at him. Like, he's big. I never go back.
Right.
I don't
never go back.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you why I don't go back. I don't go back for two reasons. A, I don't go back because I don't want to give you the satisfaction. That's A. And B, I don't go back because I don't want you to get confused. Because I do things, and we were talking about this pre-show, right? I do certain things and people start feeling special. I don't ever want you to feel like that ever again. When you said it's over, that's the end of your special time. You don't feel special now. It's over. You don't get special treatment.
Special time.
You don't get it. It's over. If I gotta come see you, if I gotta come pick something up, I'll mail it to you. Mail it to me. Whatever. If I need to communicate, I'll email you. I don't know. I'll send a message through carrier pigeon. Whatever, bitch. I'm not talking to you no more. It's gone. It's done. If you text me, I won't even block you. I'll leave my read receipts on, read it, and don't say nothing.
You're toxic.
Go back. The fuck, man. I got a bad back right now. Why would I want to go back to another bad back? You know?
Oh my god.
Right. Oh my fucking god.
I'm not saying that's a quotable. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I got a bad back already. Why I want to go back?
Like, no, I'm trying to go forward, get a new back or something. No, that's actually very good. I'm glad we actually were able to kind of clear that
new
part
ass.
Yeah, that's another. Hey, look, ladies, I noticed this, and it's crazy. And it's not like all women, but there's a lot of women out there that believe once they get that new body, they get a new nigga, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
old
not
nigga just.
true.
And I said, baby, that don't mean nothing, right? Because that new ass and the new titties, they don't take miles off that vagina, you hoochie. Okay, all right. You still got the same vagina.
Oh, I have another question. Speaking of vaginas and mouths, so a friend of mine, he was telling me he was dating, like women or whatever. So this one particular woman, he had told me about her, like, said she, just said some things about her. So whatever. So we was talking, and I was like asking him about her, like, how's that going? He was like, oh, we actually, I don't think I'm gonna be rocking with her no more. And I'm like, well, why? What happened? He was like, he like, well, we was having a conversation. He's like, we probably had a conversation that we shouldn't have had. And I was like, well, what does that mean? He like, well, we was talking, and somebody who, I don't know who asked the question first, but long story short, it was, how many people have you slept with? And so I was like, oh my God, why would y'all even have this conversation? He was like, so, I told her, like my number or whatever the case may be, whatever. She tell me hers. I said, what was it? He was just like, Diamond. I was like, what was it? Was it 50? He was like, yes. She said 50. And
I don't know.
And I told her, like, I really can't rock with you. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just, I that's your business. That's your life. That's what you do. But that's just not what I want, and I'm not knocking you for it. But I don't want to be with somebody who's been with 50 people. So, I have to get the full picture. So I'm like, well, how old is she? Because he's older. He's in his 40s. I'm like, well, how old is she? Like, is she in her 40s? Yeah. He like, but I don't give a fuck, Diamond. I don't care. He like, I don't give a fuck. I said, well, I'm just, okay, let me just break the math down. Let's say she started having sex when she was about 15. We're just going to say that. 15, 16. Okay, but let's say she's 45 now. Okay, that's 30 years.
Right, that's like 3 bodies a year, if anything.
Right, that's what I was trying to break it down. I'm like, it's like 3 bodies a year. He like, I don't give a fuck. No.
Yeah, fuck no. It's not a fuck no for me with the body thing. It's fuck no for him thinking that way. Cause nigga, who are you? You didn't know her back then.
He like that. No. And I was just like,
no, hell no. That ain't got shit to do with him.
I said, why did y'all even ask that question? I don't even.
If you ain't want to know.
First of all, he was like, I just can't do it. I just told her, like, I just can't do it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's nothing, not a knock on you. It's just, I don't want nobody who's had that many bodies. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't, it doesn't matter. Like, I just don't. And so what I was like, well, if she said 50, there's no way she remembers all 50. So it's probably upwards to like 70, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta, she said she only fucked about 4 or 5 niggas, but you gotta multiply by 3, right? So,
Yeah, I'm like, okay, she said 50, so that means it's probably like 70.
Like 100.
Yeah, there's no way.
Y'all don't do her.
No, I'm just saying, but it
no,
ain't
you're
no
right.
way
He better not do her.
You remember.
If you know what's good. Check this out. Look,
how do you feel as another man and as a younger man? You're younger than him.
All right, so look, I'm laughing, bro, not because, all right.
Why are you laughing?
Because, like, he's right. He's right. I know y'all not gonna like it. I know y'all not gonna like it, but me personally, I feel like he's right. And here's why I feel like he's right. Okay. One, it's his preference. Me personally, I don't ask that question because I don't want that answer.
Right.
That's me personally, right? But I'm going to understand that if I want you to be experienced in the bedroom, you're going to have some kind of past behind you to be experienced to the level in which I would like. And on top of that, I'm 32. I'm going to expect the women that I deal with to possibly have children. So there's an experience level that may be a little bit different from the average person. Now, me personally, 50 with no children, right? Would kind of be a little bit alarming. 50 at any level is going to be alarming. It's going to be alarming. You're going to know what you're dealing with because it's like, all right, we don't control sex as men. We've had this conversation on this show. We're not going to keep diving into that. We have sex with who allows us to have sex with them. I can't wake up tomorrow and be like, her right there, we're having sex. That lady right there in the orange jacket. I can't do that. I can't wake up and do that. A female can wake up and have sex with whoever she wants, whenever she wants, and that's just what it is, right? You already know what it is. Y'all control access to your body. No one else does. So as a person who doesn't control access to the person I want to have sex with, it's really not as alarming for me it's going to be more alarming for me than it is for that person. So her saying that number probably didn't mean nothing to her, but not realizing to him, dude, you had 50 people, you had 50 instances in which you were able to have sex. So what we use is our metric as men. I can't have sex with 50 people, right, as quickly as you can. You can have sex with 50 people way quicker than I can. I can ask 50 people. I might be able to hit less than half of that, right? But you were able to hit all 50 of them niggas. And to be honest with you, you probably damming that number down. I'm sorry, bringing that number way lower than what it really is.
I'm like, they no way you even remember 50 people.
Like you can't remember. Like, and I
can't even name 50 people off the top of my head that I know.
I don't know 50 people. Like I can name 50 people off the top of my head, but I don't know. Like I couldn't be like if I didn't sit there and write them all down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
50. So yep, it's definitely 50. That's why I was like, if she said 50, it's probably like 72.
Yeah, she probably had, and we're not even counting like situations that she probably how many
forgot about some shit.
So those type of numbers, like, you just I don't ask that question.
Remember when I'm like, girl, no. Oh yeah,
actually.
And then on top of that, a lot of girls live by that Megan theory. It never happened if the dick ain't slapping. So with that being said,
no, it didn't happen if you didn't. Yeah.
See, but no, see that's a lie though, because it did happen.
It
happened. It happened. You can't pick and choose when it happened. You just wasn't a good experience. No. So no. Listen. That number theory. I mean, obviously, the older you get, the less it matters. The reason why it matters a little bit less because at that point, you're just trying to find somebody to live your life with and die with. I probably got another 40, 50
No, but
years
at that point, if we already together, I feel like
I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know that information.
They shouldn't have had the damn conversation.
Yeah, that should have been left alone.
Nah, I'm gonna know that information prior to. I'm gonna know that information prior to. I'm gonna know if you a hoe prior to, and if you not, okay, cool. I have to accept. There's no way that I can accept one thing and not the other. One hand washes the. It just is what it is, right? One hand washes the other. If you were in a relationship for 12, 15, 16 years, right? And you develop this healthy sexual appetite within those boundaries, you're going to be a little bit different than somebody who's been exploring themselves single for that same amount of time, right? So that one person, you might have had sex with them hundreds of times, but that's not the same thing as someone hitting 50 people hundreds of times. In between those 50 people, that's 50 different dicks, 50 penises. You couldn't find one that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with?
Huh?
She's also in her 40s.
And I don't think she's ever been married.
Oh, then hoe is life. She's a hoe. Leave it alone.
Hoe is life. Shut up.
She's fired. Get her out of here. Put it back on the hoe train. Hey, listen.
But he's never been married.
He's a hoe too. What you do is put that thing back on the track. You understand? And you make sure she wear them same shoes she's wore when she got all 50 of them niggas. Because she gonna make all that back. Get her out of here. She's for the streets.
Throw it back. My gosh.
Throw it back, bro. Now, look. Now, Grant, don't get it wrong. I'm not saying niggas ain't for the streets either, ladies. If your nigga had 56, now here's my thing. I say this to women. Listen, if your man has had access to vagina above 40, if he's had sex with more than 40 women.
Most guys have had sex with more than
40 women by the age of 25.
Divided by 3.
For sure.
Divided by 3.
Hell no.
No, yes.
Hell no.
Have you not seen American? Have you not seen American Pie?
Easy as hell.
No,
hell no.
No. Have you not seen American Pie?
I know niggas who didn't fucked hundreds of bitches. By the time they 30.
Listen, I
promise hundreds. Okay.
I promise you this. Even if they fucked hundreds of women in a short period of life, divided by 3, that's the more real number. Because niggas will exaggerate the bodies that they got. And there are niggas who do hit them. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying they don't. But a lot of niggas out here are not as. There's no way a man is more prolific sexually than a woman.
Yeah,
that's
not
a lie.
Even possible.
That's a lie.
It's not possible. Not if you ain't got money.
You ain't met the niggas nowadays.
You ain't met these niggas nowadays.
If the niggas nowadays,
listen, I have a cousin.
If the niggas nowadays is hitting like that,
I have a cousin whose name I will not name. Okay, he has for sure, but over 100 women, and he's in his early 30s.
But wait a minute. Here's my thing about this. There's no way that you're gonna get me to believe humanly possible. Maybe if the females these
And
days,
these niggas is
hold on, hold on,
hoes.
hold on,
They
hold on,
be
hold on, hold on,
hoeing.
hold on, hold on,
Big
hold on.
For
hoes.
no reason.
Hang on. If these niggas is that
They
prolific
can.
nowadays, that means the women are on God level of prolific. Because
They are.
because if
That
that's
They
the case,
are.
That is a fact.
there's no way these niggas is hitting more than these women
That
is hitting.
is a
Bro,
They can get
fact.
whoever they want.
Listen to what we telling you.
Hey,
please.
might be.
You're not
I
listening.
just don't believe it. Listen, American
You
Pie
can
36.
marry off the market for a long time. Welcome to the streets. 'Cause-
American Pie taught me something. It said
Listen,
anytime a female says she hit a certain amount of niggas, you got to multiply it by 3. Anytime a man say he hit a certain amount of females, divide it by 3 because that's the real.
Hell no. Because
It was.
I'm not even
Maybe
gonna
it's
say no
different.
names either. But my roommate is a motherfucking dog, and I already done seen about 15 bitches. I only lived here for 5 months. So
Now imagine how many niggas them bitches have though.
they got a lot of niggas too. They hoes. People is
Hey,
they got
hoes.
a lot of niggas too. Everybody got bodies.
Exactly.
Period. A whole lot.
So now that would then put to bed the rest. We would have to now put to rest the idea that asking about bodies is just really irrelevant because everybody's gonna lie.
I don't give a damn because I'm with you now.
I'm not about to ask. Yeah,
My
I'm not
new
about to
lie
ask.
is gonna be 0. I ain't have these kids ain't even mine.
Right, you my first.
Children, no children. You're the only woman I've had sex with.
I never did anything with anybody else.
What the fuck? Well, how'd you learn this? I saw it on TV. I read a book.
Moral of the story is streets is open and people is out here in these streets.
Look, and that's another, which brings us to our next subject, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not subject, but next little something I wanted to say. Protect yourself because diseases are real.
Yes,
all right?
please. Oh my God.
If you're gonna be out here hoeing and doing your thing, protect yourself and protect everybody else. And if you don't care about yourself, at least care about the next person. You know what I'm saying? If you don't care about nobody, then so be it. But at least somebody got to.
You don't care about nobody.
We got to start protecting ourselves. Protect yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are with somebody, use protection.
Like, go to the freaking free clinic and grab you a handful of them condoms, even if you don't want to buy none.
They free.
And then let's stop this lie. Oh, you don't feel nothing. That's not true.
That is not true.
She does not as excited as you think she is. You get a little more excited, you'll feel everything, big dog.
Word.
Don't even play that game. Get that out. Get that shit out of here. But I'm glad we were able to kind of kick some real shit with y'all because like that right there, heartbreak is one thing and it's crazy. Secondly, the people's hoeing is totally different nowadays than it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like you get a girl with 30, 40 bodies, you was looking at her a little sideways. Nowadays, you get a girl with 30, 40 bodies, you got yourself a woman who is just like the cream of the crop. She hasn't been touched a lot. Nigga, it's 40 dicks, bro. 40 dicks. If I put 40 niggas in a room, like there ain't no way. There ain't no, man, the fuck. Ain't no way you can sit up here and name all 40 of them niggas or all 50 of them niggas.
Right. There's no way.
And you
I can at least count my bodies on my 2 hands. And I'm keeping it that way.
Keep it that way.
I'm not even gonna get into that shit. I don't care. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear neither one of y'all talk about
I want to know.
Period. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Y'all my sisters. So on to the next subject. Right. So after heartbreak, after you fixed yourself, after you've moved on, after you've got out here in these streets, right? And now you out here. I said this, right? Actually, shout out to the Ladies Lair podcast because one of the ladies on that podcast said something I thought was dope. She said the dating pool isn't like contaminated; it's full of diarrhea. It's like it's just gross. It's just nasty out here. You're not being outside is different. You can't be outside no more. Like you got to be on the porch a little bit. Like you got to be ready.
Right. You can't just be all the way out there. You cannot.
You're gonna be all the way out there or on the porch watching everybody else and wait for somebody to come up to the step. But like you're not gonna really put yourself out there because there's nothing good out there, right? And the reality is the world is totally different. I was told this. A friend of mine said that she was like, I would never date, and she wasn't like pointing me out personally, but she used an example. She's like, I couldn't date you because nigga, you got too many children. I've never heard a female say that. But when when she said that, it opened my eyes to understand that women are starting to feel the same way men feel about people with a lot of children at times. I'm not taking up that responsibility, nigga. That's you. And because back, not too long ago, it used to be, okay, she got too many kids. I'm not gonna fuck with her. That's the end of it. And a female will still take a nigga that got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids, right? As long as they don't live with them. Nowadays, they don't care if they live with them or not. They like, we not taking you on, period.
Too many kids, nigga.
So, and I
I
think
think it's
that's
because females are starting to realize their worth, and that shit that we grew up on, or what everybody else grew up on, was not what it was, and it's not giving what it's supposed to give. That shit ain't making you happy. Just,
Right.
I feel like back in the day, and I'm totally could be wrong because I'm clearly living right now, but I feel like back in the day, women was just looking for someone to take care of them, no matter what they came with.
Right.
Now, nigga, I'm getting it on my own. I don't need you, your kids, your mom, your dad, nobody else. It's just me at the end of the day. And if you're not better than me, I don't give a fuck. Now, don't get me wrong, kids ain't bad. If a nigga come with kids, that's one thing.
Right.
You gotta assess each situation. But yeah, we're
my
just not
advice
going for
is
that shit no more.
my advice to you ladies, if you are better than yourself, the best thing for you to have is your shit figured out. The reason why
That's
is
Yeah,
smart.
you
because
gotta bring the table to the table.
That's smart.
when you lose yourself, right, or when you lose a person in your relationship, your status of living should not change. Your status of living should still be the same regardless of if that person is there or not, right? So I would implore women, and I don't care what you do, how you do it, because often people say I hate women on this show, and I don't. So I'm gonna say this: I don't hate women, ladies. What I'm gonna tell you is this: make sure your living situation, your money situation, your life situation, men too, men, we do, make sure that when you leave her, you, that ain't the end. No,
Yeah.
bro. Look, baby. We broke even. You went your way, I went mine. Nobody lost nothing,
Yeah. Ain't nobody take a L.
right? And nothing. If you are getting out of a marriage, one thing I said was this: hey, baby, you gonna leave better than you came in, because that's just what happens. That's just what I do. The cloth, the type of cloth that I come from is when you get into a relationship with me, you have become better. So what's going to happen is when you leave and you go out there, you are so much better. I am your learning lesson in one or two ways, either a bad way or an amazing way. Bad way is what type of nigga you don't want to deal with, or amazing is this is how I'm supposed to be treating, this how life's supposed to go. You're gonna be better one way or another. So you got to pick how your situation go. Subtracting me should not change your life. Subtracting me should just amplify your grind, should amplify who you are, amplify what you are. Because there's no way that you being single and you being married, you're two separate people. You the same person. Or you being in a relationship or you being single now, you just become dependent on one another. You can't be
Right.
too different. Unless, of course, you just admitting that you live in a lie.
Which
That
a lot of
part.
people are.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this show up. This was an amazing one, man. I had a great time, man. Definitely enjoyed Seagram's Jess and
Go
Seagram's
on,
Jess
man.
is,
Get us some sponsorships.
you
Okay,
know what I'm
please.
saying. Shout out to Seagram's Jess. It's up there with Patron Dime and
Right.
Mr. Rick off that Brown. They're all pretty good, but definitely Seagram's Jess, man, you're a winner. Hey, also shout out to everybody doing their thing. Shout out to Jess's new lash company. What's the name of it?
203 is coming soon. Okay.
203. We're
Yes.
getting that way. Ivy
Mm.
Wellness is still rocking. Dime, how's that going?
It's going. It's going.
Right. And as always, Ivy
Love
knows
to it.
best, because at the end of the day, I don't, but I like to say that I do. With that being said, everybody, like I said before, remember you need to price that thing right. That's number one. Number two, don't be kissing these folks in the mouth unless you need to. And then number three, remember what we taught you today, heartbreak. You get over it. It's real simple. It's really,
Yeah.
I won't say simple. It's a process. You'll get through it. Don't worry. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen tonight, but it's gonna happen. All right. So
Yeah.
let's just go ahead and get that straight. All right. Now, with that being said, as always, like I said, it's Ivy knows best. Y'all holla at your boy. Peace.
Peace.